solve few more problems. Next problem is speed time curve of a train um, carries the following parameters. Okay, so free running for 12 minutes. Free running time is given, that is 12 minutes. Uniform acceleration of 6.5 kilometers per hour per second for 20 seconds. Okay, so acceleration is given alpha value, that is 6.5 kilometers per hour per second, and the duration for this acceleration, okay, is given, that is 20 seconds, and uniform deceleration of 6.5 kilometers per hour per second means beta is given. Beta is 6.5 kilometers per hour per second to stop the train. Okay, so deceleration beta. Okay, so or we can even say retardation. Retardation is nothing but deceleration. So a stop of 7 minutes, stop period is given, or so stop time. The duration of the means the duration during which the train will stop in the station is given, that is 7 minutes, and you have to determine the distance between two stations and the average and the scheduled speed. Average speed and scheduled speed and distance between two stations you have to determine. Okay, based on the given data that is given for the speed time curve of a train. Okay, so you can note down the data that is given as it is. Okay, so now acceleration is given, that is 6.5 kilometers per hour per second, and acceleration period is given, that is t1. T1 is equal to 20 seconds, that is given in the problem. Okay, so you can determine the maximum speed if you know the acceleration and the acceleration period. Okay, so alpha equal to Vm by T1 actually. So what is Vm? Vm is equal to alpha into T1. So alpha is what? Acceleration 6.5, and acceleration period is 20 seconds. So 6.5 into 20. So you will get 130 kilometers per hour is the maximum speed. Okay, so write it down. Write it down and inform me. Type C as soon as you complete. Write it down. As soon as you complete, inform. Completed? Now, Now, so they have asked you to determine the distance between the two stations. Let us assume the distance between the two stations is represented by D, capital D. Okay. So for D is the distance between the two stations, then okay. So if we know the D, we can determine. Okay. So actually, in order to calculate D, you must calculate the distance traveled during acceleration, during running period, and during braking period. Okay, the distance traveled during acceleration, running period, and braking period you have to determine. Okay, so if D is the total distance traveled from one station to another station, then let us assume the distance traveled during acceleration is D1 and distance traveled during running period is D2, and let us assume distance traveled during braking period is D3. Okay, so initially in order to determine D1, D2, D3, so we have already this acceleration period is there, T1 is there, that is 20 seconds. And let us also determine the running period and the retardation period. Okay, so time for running and time for retardation. Okay, so for running time, let us assume it as T2. So in the problem, in the given problem, free running for 12 minutes is given. Okay, so this is free running for 12 minutes. So running period is already given in minutes, so you just convert that minutes into seconds. So 12 into 60. So okay, so running time, free running time is T2. Let us assume T2 is equal to 12 into 60, that is 720 seconds. Okay, similarly, let us determine the time for retardation. Time for retardation T3 is Vm by beta. Formula you already know. So Vm is what? Just now we have calculated the Vm. Okay, maximum speed we have calculated. That is 130 kilometers per hour. Okay, so Vm is 130. Sorry, Vm is 130 by beta value is already given 6.5 kilometers per hour per second in the problem. Okay, beta is already given. Deceleration means retardation is 6.5 kilometers per hour per second. So substitute Vm and beta, that is 130 by 6.5, you will get 20 seconds. So time for acceleration is already given in the problem, that is 20 seconds. Time for running period is 720 seconds. We have calculated. Retardation time is also calculated, that is 20 seconds. So you can determine the total run time of the train. Total run time is what? Time of acceleration plus time of running plus time of retardation. Time of acceleration is 20, time of running is 720, and time of retardation is 20 seconds. Okay, so the total time of run for the train from one stop to another stop, the total time of run is 760 seconds. Write it down. As soon as you complete, inform me. Don't take much time. Okay, very good. Okay, now we have calculated T1, T2 and T3. Where T1 is the time for acceleration, T2 is the time for running, T3 is the time for retardation. So if you know these times, you can calculate the distance traveled during acceleration period, during running period, and during braking period. So let us initially determine the distance traveled during acceleration period. So we already know this formula, Vm by d1 is equal to, let us assume the distance traveled during acceleration period is denoted by d1. So d1 is equal to Vm by 2 into t1 by 3600. Okay, in kilometers, distance is in kilometers. Okay, so Vm we have just now calculated. So Vm is 130 by 2 into t1 is what, 20. It is already given in the problem. Okay, acceleration period. So 20 by 3600, you will get d1 is equal to 0.36 kilometers. Okay, so distance traveled by the train during acceleration period is 0.36 kilometers. After acceleration period, running period. So let us assume that d2 is the distance traveled during running period, and the formula is Vm into t2 by 3600. We have derived all these formulas. Okay, if you are attending regularly, you might be knowing this formula. Okay, it will be there in your notes. So Vm into t2 by 3600, Vm is what, 130, t2 is what, 720 by 3600. So you just simplify this, you will get 26 kilometers. So distance traveled by the train during free running period is 26 kilometers. Distance traveled during acceleration period is 0.36 kilometers. Write it down. Next, we will determine the distance traveled during braking period, that is retardation period, or that is deceleration period. Write it down. As soon as you complete, inform me. Don't take much time. You try to solve it on your own. Don't copy it. If we know the formula and if you know the values that we want to, that we have to substitute in those formulae, you can easily calculate. Okay. Don't blindly copy it down. You just verify the answers. Good. Completed. Okay, next let us determine the distance traveled during braking period, that is retardation period. So let us assume d3 is the distance traveled during braking period. D3 is equal to Vm by 2 into t3 by t600. Okay, so you know Vm, that is 130 and t3 is 20. Just substitute here in this formula. So 130 by 2 into 20 by 3600. You just simplify it, you will get 0.362 kilometers. So distance traveled during retardation period is 0.362 kilometers. So now we have calculated distance traveled during acceleration, distance traveled during running, and distance traveled during retardation. So you can determine the total distance traveled between the stations, which has been asked in the problem. Okay, so the total distance traveled between the stations is what? Distance traveled during acceleration, that is 0.36, and distance traveled during running period, that is 26. Distance traveled during retardation, that is 0.362. So the total distance traveled between two stations is, if you add these two, you will get 26.724 kilometers. Okay, we have calculated the total distance traveled from one station to another station. Write it down. As soon as you complete, inform. Okay. Okay. So now we know the distance traveled between two stations. We can determine the average speed and the scheduled speed. So the formula for the average speed. This is speed. Okay, schedule for the average speed is d into 3600 by t. Okay, so what is d? D is the total distance traveled from one station to another station, and t is the total time of run. Okay, so of the train. Okay, total distance traveled is d, and time taken to travel from that one station to another station is t. So d is 26724 into 3600 by 760. You will get 126.58 kilometers per hour average speed. And scheduled speed formula is what? Vs, let us assume the notation for the scheduled speed is Vs, that is d into 3600 by t plus stop time. Okay, d is what? 26.724 into 3600 by t is what? Total time traveled from one station to another station is 760 plus stop time. Okay, so in the problem, in the given problem, a stop time of 7 minutes is given. Okay, 7 minutes stop time is given. So stop time is given. So we will convert this minutes into seconds. Okay, we will convert this minutes into seconds, and we will write stop time is 7 into 60. Okay, so Vs, you just simplify this, you will get the scheduled speed of 81.53 kilometers per hour. So in the problem, they have asked you to determine the average speed, scheduled speed, and the total distance traveled between the stations. So we have calculated all the terms which have been asked here. So you just write it down. As soon as you complete, inform. Good. Okay. So let us solve one more problem. So distance between two stops is given, so means capital D value. Okay, distance between two stops is given means capital D. Notations are our wish. You can assume any capital D, small d, or A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, your wish. Okay, so just for example, I am assuming it as capital D. That's all. Okay, so always your wish. You can use any alphabet as notation. Okay, so it will be easy to understand if those notations are related to the terms that we are using. So since I'm talking about distance, I use the alphabet D for denoting the distance. Okay, that will be more better. That's all. Okay, so the distance between two stops is given, that is 5 kilometers. Capital D is 5 kilometers. Train has a scheduled speed. Scheduled speed is given. Okay, Vs. Okay, scheduled speed Vs. Okay, some notation I'm telling you. Your wish. If you don't like this notation, you can use your own notation for the scheduled speed. Okay, so I'm assuming it as Vs. So scheduled speed is given. Vs is equal to 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, and the train will accelerate at 2.5 kilometers per hour per second, means alpha. Okay, acceleration is given, that is alpha value is given, that is 2.5 kilometers per hour per second, and retardation is also given, that is beta, that is equal to 3.5 kilometers per hour per second, and the duration of stop is given. Okay, that is in 55 seconds. Okay, in the previous problem they gave the stop period in minutes. Okay, here they have given in seconds, so no need to convert it into any other form. Okay, since it is given in seconds. So determine the crest speed over the run assuming trapezoidal speed time curve. Okay, so uh, Vmax we have to determine. Crest speed means maximum speed. So for based on the given data, you have to determine the Vm, V suffix m. Okay, so acceleration is given, retardation is given, distance is given, and scheduled speed is given. So if you know the scheduled speed and if you know the total distance from one stop to another stop, you can determine the scheduled time. So Ts is equal to D into 3600 by Vs formula. So substitute D value and Vs value and you will get the scheduled time. Okay, write it down. As soon as you complete, inform. Completed? Make it fast. Very good. So we can determine the scheduled time now depending on the data that is provided here. That is, if your distance between the stations and the scheduled speed is given. So Ts is equal to the distance is 5 and scheduled speed is 50. So 5 into 3600 by 50. So you will get 360 seconds. So the scheduled time is 360 seconds. Now we have calculated the scheduled time. You know the time of stop. Okay, you have calculated the schedule time and you know the time of stop, that is 55 seconds. Okay, you can determine the actual run of train. So means from one stop to another stop, how much time that train has taken to travel. Okay, so T is equal to Ts minus time of stop. So Ts is what? 3600 minus time of stop is 55. So you just subtract it, you will get 305 seconds. Write it down. Completed? Okay. Now, so the maximum speed formula we already know, that is, it's not displayed. Yeah. Okay. So maximum speed formula we already know, that is Vm equal to T by 2x minus root T square by 4x square minus 3600 D by x, where x is what? X is 1 by 2 alpha plus 1 by 2 beta. Okay. So you know the acceleration and retardation values that have been given here in the problem. Acceleration value is 2.5 and beta retardation is 3.5. So just substitute here in this formula. So 1 by 2 into 2.5 plus 1 by 2 into 3.5, you will get the x value, that is 0.3428. Okay, substitute this x in the above equation. So you will get Vm equal to, you know, T value. T is the total time of run of this total time of run of this train from one stop to another stop is 305. Just now you have calculated. Okay, so 305 by 2 into x value is 0.3428 minus root of t is 305 whole square by 4 into x value is 0.3428 whole square minus 600 into d is 5. Okay, d is 5 by x value is what? X is 0.3428. Okay, substitute all these here and you will get Vm value, that is 63.556 kilometers per hour. Okay, did you complete? Completed? Okay then. So this is the crest value of the speed that they have asked you to determine in the problem. Okay. So these problems are, I hope you are able to follow. So next problem is, a train is required to run between two stations, okay, 1.5 kilometers apart. Okay, the distance between two stations is given. Okay, that is capital D is given, that is 1.5 kilometers apart, and the train is running with an average speed. Okay, the average speed of the train is given, that is 42 kilometers per hour. Okay, the run is to be made to a simplified quadrature speed time curve. Okay, so we are assuming that the speed time curve for this train is simplified quadrature speed time curve. And if the maximum speed is limited to 65 kilometers per hour, V maximum is given, that is 65 kilometers per hour. Acceleration to 2.5 kilometers per hour, per second, that is alpha is equal to 2.5 kilometers per hour per second. And coasting and braking retardation is given. Okay, coasting retardation is given as well as braking retardation is given. Coasting retardation beta c, let us assume two retardations are given here. Okay, two beta values are given here. One is coasting beta and another one is braking beta. So let us differentiate between these two retardations with some notations. Okay, so let us assume beta c is the coasting retardation. Beta c is equal to 0.15 kilometers per hour per second. And let us assume braking retardation is some notation beta. So beta is equal to 3 kilometers per hour per second. Okay, determine the duration of acceleration and coasting and braking periods. Okay, you have to determine the duration of acceleration. Okay, and coasting and braking period duration. Coasting duration and braking period duration means T1, T2, T3. Okay, T1 is duration of acceleration, T2 is the coasting duration, and the braking duration is T3. Okay, so I have written some given data here from based on the problem. Okay, you can write it down as soon as you complete inform. So I'm going to check your notes after this class while taking attendance. So make sure all of you have written. So just write down the given data on your own. No need to copy. If you are listening to me, no need to copy. As soon as you complete, inform. Completed? Okay, very good. Now, I hope you have written the data required. So now let us determine the time of acceleration T1. Formula is Vm by alpha. So actually alpha equal to Vm by T1. So you can rewrite this formula as T1 is equal to Vm by alpha. So you know the Vm value, that is 65 kilometers per hour, and alpha is 2.5. So you can determine the time of acceleration T1, that is 26 seconds you will get. Okay, so actual time of run, the total time taken for the train to travel from one stop to another stop, let us assume it as capital T. T is equal to D into 3600 by V average. So D is already given, that is 1.5 kilometers, and V average is given, that is 42 kilometers per hour. So 1.5 into 3600 by 42, you will get 128.57 seconds. So actual time of run for the train is 128.57 seconds. Okay, so write it down as soon as you complete inform. Okay, now this is the time of run for the train from one station to another station. We have already determined the time for the acceleration. Now let us let us consider that the speed of the train before applying the brake is V2. Okay, before applying the brake, the speed of the train is V2. During coasting period, actually what will happen? Speed will decrease. Okay. So before applying the brake, if the speed is V2, that means that the initial speed of coasting period is Vm and the final speed of coasting period is V2. So speed is during the coasting from the beginning to the end of the coasting period, the speed is Vm to V2. So duration during the coasting period, let us assume is T2. T2 is equal to Vm minus V2 by beta C. Okay, retardation during coasting period is beta C. We have given some notation beta C here. Okay, so you know Vm value, that is 65. You don't know the speed before applying the brake. Okay, so you just leave it as it is. Okay, so 65 minus V2 by 0.152. 0.152, sorry, 0.15 is the coasting retardation. Okay, you just leave it as it is. Next, duration of braking. Formula is V2 by beta. V2 is what? V2 is the speed before applying the brake. So it is V2 by beta is the duration of braking. So T3 is equal to V2 by beta. We don't know the value of V2, so you just leave it as it is. And beta for braking period is given, that is 3. Okay, you just verify with the values that have been given in the question. Okay, and write down these values in these formulas. Okay, so we have an expression for T2, that is 65 minus V2 by 0.15, that is the duration of coasting, and duration of braking T3 equal to V2 by 3. Okay, so we have to determine this V2 value. Okay, just write it down as soon as you complete in form. Completed, very good. So the actual run time means from one station to another station, in order to reach travel from one station to another station, let us assume the total run time is T. So T will be what? T will be consisting of the acceleration period plus running period plus retardation period. Actually here running period will not be there. Why? Because it is a quadrilateral speed time curve. In quadrilateral speed time curve, running period will not be there. There will be coasting period. So the actual run time for the train from one stop to another stop, T will be equal to acceleration period T1 plus coasting period T2 plus retardation period T3. Okay, so total time of run you already know, that is 128.557. Okay, so which we have already calculated. Okay, so based on the given data for the total distance traveled and the average speed, from that data you have already calculated this total time of run. So that is 128.557. That will be equal to T1 value. Also we have calculated time of acceleration, we have already calculated, that is 26 seconds. T2 we don't know, 65 minus V2 by 0.15, and T3 also we don't know, so V2 by 3. Okay, so these expressions we have already got. Okay, so you have written as it is because we don't know the T2 and T3 value. Okay, if you know V2, you can determine T2 and T3 value, that's all. Okay, so you just substitute, you just simplify this expression. Okay, if you simplify, you will get 102.57 equal to 433.33 minus 6.66 V2, 0.33 V2. Okay, so for by further simplification, I will get 330.76 equal to 6.33 V2, where V2 is equal to 52.252 kilometers per hour. Okay, is my V2. Okay, so now I know V2, I can determine T2 and T3 value. So that is time of coasting, time for coasting, and time for retardation. Okay, so of course in the slide what you can see is duration of coasting. Duration or time is same. Okay, so Duration for coasting or time for coasting T2 is equal to Vm minus V2 by beta C. V2 is what? 52.252. So just substitute it here. Vm you already know 65. Beta C is 0.15. You will get T2 as 84.98 seconds. Okay, similarly, you can determine the duration of braking. Just complete this. As soon as you complete, inform. As soon as you complete, inform. You can even do on your own that braking period. You can determine the braking period. That is nothing but V2 by beta. V2 is what? 52.252 by beta is 3. So 252.252 by 3. As soon as you complete, inform. Completed? Very good. Similarly, I hope you have determined this value on your own, T3 on your own. Okay. So V2 is 52.252, beta is 3. Just divide this, you will get 17.4173 seconds. So the duration of braking means time for retardation. T3 is 17.4173. So they have asked you to determine the duration of acceleration, coasting and retardation. That is T1, T2, T3. We have determined what is asked in the problem.